something came up this morning I was talking to one of my mentees about, and that is anytime you are selling a business and you know that there is a business entity involved, you need to go to the Secretary of State website and pull down whatever, the art, whatever you can in terms of statement of information, or they call it statement of information here in California, but that is the names of your of your directors and officers. And one of the reasons that came up was just a good practice, but also my mentee had a situation where the person that is talking to her about selling the business is not named as an officer of the corporation, nor is he named as a director, and there are two other people on there. And so in terms of a listing or representation agreement, he has no authority, no corporate authority to sign anything, as far as we know, as far as we can tell from the documents that are public record, Secretary of State. So had we not pulled all that down, we would have already had a representation agreement signed by him, which was probably useless. Okay. So just a word to the wise. Make sure to always pull down Secretary of State documents.
Hey, man.
And that was, I'm sorry, Tanya, I'm on the road, but this is Louis. That
Hey,
was,
Louis.
good morning. Go to our secretary, I'm in California, so go to the Secretary of State and get the statement of information.
Yeah, so I typically just download, usually you'll have the articles of incorporation, which if you're in California, escrow always requires that for everything. So I always usually just download that anyways, because it's free. I mean, all of these are free to download. So you do the search. Once you find them, you'll see statement of information. I usually pull down the most recent one that's filed, and then I might even backtrack a little bit if I see any amendments to the corporation or to the articles of incorporation. I'll pull down the amendments, because you can find out a lot of information that way. Sometimes you'll find out that the corporation has changed names 3 times over the course of the last 10 years through those amendments, because all they have to do to change the corporate name is file that amendment, and now that's the new name. That's how it shows up. So but the statement of information is it's either going to say, if it says complete, sometimes it'll show SOI complete, and that will have the names of your directors and officers listed. If it says the other statement of information is a no change. And so if you download one that's a no change, that doesn't tell you what was there. So I always look for at least whatever the most current one. If the most current one is a no change, I go back to the last complete and download that as well, so I know who the directors and officers are. Yeah, Sammer.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Lou.